Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. It is exactly 8:40 a.m. We are now joined by political commentator and former Azapo leader Pule Monama, and we're going to be looking at the issue around the launch of a state bank for South Africa. And I'm kind of wondering and thinking out aloud, kind of almost hot on the VBS scandal. Are we ready for a state bank? Is it going to work for us in South Africa? Is it necessary? Is it going to help the poorest of the poor? I don't know. The experts online to talk with us. A very good morning to you, Pule Monama. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning to all the listeners.
Okay, so now we're hearing about a state bank being launched. The Minister of Communications, Khumbudzo Ntshavheni, says that the Post Bank is ready to take up the role of a state bank in South Africa, with plans underway to roll out 100 new branches and to revamp the group's infrastructure to be a fully fledged bank. Your thoughts on the matter?
Let me start by making it very clear that the idea of a state bank is a very good idea. Yes, the poor might get access and should get access to services, to banking services, which they never had ever since 1994. However, we are talking about a government that has presided over a collapsed number of state-owned enterprises, including banking systems. Today we talk about the land bank that is actually no more. We talk about VBS, which is no more. We need not talk about other institutions like your SAAs, your DENELs, and so forth and so on. What makes us think that this one is likely to succeed under the watch of this government, which has actually presided over corruption, basically? I don't think this government is ready to even think about creating something which is going to either generate or ask for loans elsewhere on behalf of this nation, because at the end, the nation will never enjoy the benefits of that project, given the history that we've been through.
Okay, so the Minister of Communications has also gone on to say that the bank is currently assessing which post office branches in the country are doing best operationally and in terms of profitability, and these will then be brought on board for the bank. They have said they're targeting about 100 branches. They also go on to say, as you have also indicated, that there is no proper banking infrastructure, I guess, for the poorest of the poor. Banks operate at a different level, so they must put in the necessary infrastructure. And when the banking license comes in, then the banks will be readily available. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to be structured to be better placed to serve possibly the lower income groups of our country. Does this make sense at all?
Let us start here. We're talking about the Post Bank, which was functional pre-1994. We are again talking about the very Post Bank that was destroyed under the watch of the ANC government. Now you are told by the ANC government that we must forget about what happened. We must forget that they ever destroyed the bank and that they are going to resuscitate it. We are not naive.
Okay, carry on.
We are talking here about a government that systematically wants to make us complicit in its wrongdoing. We are talking about a government that actually wants us to be a part of the problem they created. They want us to endorse the wrongs that are so glaringly in our face that we see them do on a daily basis. Let's look at how pager deployment works and how that actually destroyed all our SOEs systematically. First and foremost, we have a government that talks about transparency, but when they do things, it's never transparent. Now, how did you have a primary teacher heading an airline, a board of an airline, and hope it will succeed? Surely you put that person there because you can be able to manipulate that person. That person has no clue. You can walk in there and say, sign me a check of $1 million, and that person will do it because they don't understand the environment in which they are put. And this is how the ANC has succeeded in destroying our SOEs and in our infrastructure. Now, I don't have any hope that this new maneuver is going to help the poor. Indeed, it is going to be a pyramid scheme, at least for the ANC leadership. And it is going to be a repetition of what we have seen over the years.
Okay, we have a comment from a listener. Ajit Kumar, thank you indeed for your comments. Ajit says that if people don't trust the state because of all the stealing and corruption, how are they going to trust a state bank? Because money laundering can occur on a huge scale. Your thoughts, Pule?
I agree. I completely agree because, you see, it is now going to be much easier to siphon money through the banks. Remember, the ANC is broke.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
how else do they do to maintain Luthuli House?
Right.
For me, my suspicion is that this is one of the ways of doing that. Let us not be used as people who are going to abet crime because of our ignorance, right? And ANC is very, very clear on that. Keep people ignorant because they don't say the things that people ought to know. They say the things that people ought to glorify, right? State bank sounds very, very nice. It's a bank owned by the people. But what has our experience? Which project has the government started which people can proudly say we own? We're talking
Absolutely.
here in Kopo. People were supposed to get water, and I think 4 billion was spent, or 4 billion was budgeted, but none of it was spent in Giani under the watch of one re-elected member of the NEC, Madam Nomvula Mukonyane, a person who actually still awaits, or we are waiting for explanation of what was the role in Busasa or Busasa. Yet that person has been re-elected in an NEC. Who knows, she will be the CEO of that bank.
Okay, let's continue with this issue.
And not twin brothers.
All right. We also, and I have my two final questions to you. I'll make a statement and then I'll also ask a question, and then we need to wrap up. We do know that the bill is currently making its way through the various portfolio committees. And until the bill is approved by the NA, the National Council of Provinces, and sent to the president for his signature, the Post Bank continues to operate as a subsidiary of the Post Office and can only offer transactional and savings accounts. I have no doubt in my mind that that bill is going to be approved because, as you've indicated, the ANC needs the money. Is there any way other parties and civil societies can stop this from going ahead?
My wish is that it is about time that ordinary people take interest in basic civic politics. Because the ANC has thrived on our ignorance over the years. These bills you're talking about, ANC does go out and say we want comments and so forth, right? Indeed, they go to people who have no clue about what they should say, and then they are rushed through. And this bill is likely going to go through that very process. Now, what we need to do is to campaign for all the NGOs, people to get involved, to understand how they are losing money in this country. And through their own complicity, unfortunately.
Mm. Okay, let's leave it there. Pule Monama, former Azapo leader, political commentator, talking to us about a possible, and I'm saying possible because we hope and pray it's going to be stopped in its tracks, a possible launch of a state bank for South Africa, of course, by none other than the ANC, the current ANC government. Thank you indeed. Till the next time, as always, God bless. It is exactly 8:50 a.m. News and views right here on Salam Media.